Hey guys, so today's video is really exciting because we are testing out drugstore makeup that is $10 and under, which I have to say is not that easy to find because I feel like drugstore makeup is getting a little bit pricier now. Comment down below if you guys agree, but I found a bunch of products here that are $10 and under that I am so excited to try out for you guys because also a ton of you have been requesting for more drugstore makeup here, and now that we've been unboxing a ton, I've been like putting them in a special bin so that way we can test it out. Real quick, if you're brand new to my channel, hello, my name is Madison. Feel free to hit the subscribe button or even turn on the little notification bell as well. And also follow me on Instagram at Madison89Miller. That's where I post a ton over there, especially in Instagram stories. And then also on our daily vlog channel where we do a bunch of family and mommy vlogs over there on Life of Maddie. And we do that from Mondays to Fridays. So we upload a ton. So make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. And then also here we have a little schedule going on where on Saturdays we unbox a ton of new makeup, like a bunch of new launches, and then on Tuesdays we test them out. So if that excites you, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and get on into it. All right, so first off, we're gonna go ahead and prime our skin here, and we're gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer Clear. This one retails for exactly $10 on the e.l.f. site right here, and then the small one retails for $6. I'm actually kind of surprised that this big one retails for $10. I feel like e.l.f. is like one of the most inexpensive drugstore brands, so I'm actually very surprised about that. I have to say though, from the primers that I have tried out from e.l.f., I have been very impressed with, so I'm really excited to try this one out. So this is more of a pore filling primer. It's definitely thick, but I'm only gonna put it in the places where I get pores, which is right here. Oh my gosh, you smell like something. You smell like a face product that I used to use, like a facial cleanser. What is that product that I used that had this smell? It was like an acne product. It's got a menthol smell. Oh, I got it now. It's the Obagi acne cleanser. That's what this smells, and it's because of that menthol. Why would you have menthol in you? It's definitely got menthol in it. Oh, that's so unique. Okay, well, I just rubbed that in, so let's see how that looks. All right, so far it looks good. It feels like silk on my skin, so it actually feels pretty good, and we'll have to see how our makeup sits on top of it. I also noticed that since I'm like rubbing it out and stuff, it's not balling up on me, which is really nice. Usually those pore primers have a tendency to ball up on you if you apply too much of it. So a good little tip is like to really push it into the skin like that without like all over your face. But next up, we're gonna do some color correcting, and we're gonna use this CoverGirl True Blend Pre-Touching Palette. So we have 3 different colors here. We have yellow, which is going to even discoloration. We have green, which is going to counteract any redness. And then we have the purple, which is going to brighten the skin. So it's going to be a very illuminating. I really want to brighten up my under eyes, but I'm used to using that salmon color from like Becca or my Essence one that I like live off of. So I've never even used purple before. So I don't know, it says brighten and I want to brighten up my under eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this down there. So I'm just going to put it. Ooh, I can definitely see that how that brightens. It actually goes over that primer really, really well. I'm gonna bring it into the inner parts of my eye. So I could see how it is said to be brightening. I'm gonna actually kind of pick more product and pat it because we're gonna put a foundation over it. So far, first impressions of this, really nice. It warmed up really easily. You can definitely see the color on my skin. So these next ones will be also fun to try out. So I don't have much redness on my skin right now. It really depends with the day, with what products I'm using or how my hormones are doing that day. But I have to say that these other ones are also pretty nice too. On Target, this retails for $6.99. I went to their website, but they don't have a price with it for some reason, so I'm wondering if it's still available or not. I don't know. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and go right into foundation. And as you guys saw from my unboxing, I unboxed this whole collection from Wet n Wild right here. So I took some shades out that I think that will match me right here. And then I also have the sheet form with the prices on it too to make it easy. But this is actually a pretty cool collection, but can I just say that they made it so hard to get these products out. I was struggling. Even like out of this packaging, the plastic, oh my gosh, I was using like tweezers to try to get stuff to pop out and it was getting so difficult. but they have a lot in this collection though, actually, you guys want to talk about. So they have this BB cream, they have a bunch of lip balms that have different like shades to them. They have blush sticks, they have cooling moisture stick, a mattifying stick, a toner stick, a primer stick, and then a blemish stick. And then we have some eyeshadow crayons up here, and then also a blotting paper set right there, which will be nice. So I'm starting to get a little oily in my T-zone again. And then I took a few things out of here already, but we had makeup wipes, we have palettes, we have cleansers and face masks up here that have glitter in them, and I'm not into that. I'm sorry, I don't want to put glitter on my face in my face mask. I feel like that's kind of counteractive against what a face mask should be doing. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about it. I can see it definitely being fun for like little girls and stuff, but for me, I want my skincare to really be effective and work, and I feel like that would just irritate it. Just being real. They also have like dry shampoo in here. We have a refreshing hair mist, a cooling face and body mist. Like they just made this all around working out, which I think is awesome and so fun. What we're gonna use first here is we're gonna try out the Wet n Wild Pump Makeup Locker. This one is their 3-in-1 BB cream, highlighter, and corrector, and it retails for $8.99. Ooh, and there are 6 shades in here. Up on the top right here is where your highlighter and your corrector is. So it's actually a cream highlight. You can see the corrector is up there. And then the BB cream is actually like this with a spatula, which I'm not going to lie, I feel like this is a little not super hygienic, but I don't know. I'm excited to try it out. I haven't used a BB cream in forever. Who remembers the fad of the BB cream like a couple of years ago on YouTube? I remember it. I remember that Garnier one. Oh, loved that one. But yeah. So let's go ahead and test this out. Definitely feel like this is going to be more my shade. This is the second lightest shade in the collection, and it is the shade Light Clair. I'm hoping that this one matches, and I don't know. We might have to go to the lightest one, but we'll see. I'm gonna put a little bit on my finger. Oh yeah, I think that one's definitely gonna match. It's also got a nice little pinky tint to it too. There's a corrector and a highlighter here too. So I don't need any corrector underneath my eyes, and we already have the brightening stuff. And then the highlighter I will pop on afterwards. I need some coffee, and how cute is this mug? It's from Universal Orlando in Florida. And one of my students actually got this for me when I worked out there. It says, "Teacher of all things." It is the cutest thing. I live off of coffee. All right, so we're gonna test this out. So I'm just gonna put a little bit here and there on my skin. And then I'm just gonna use a sponge and press it into the skin. That is very light coverage. Very, very, very light coverage. Which is nice that it comes with the corrector. Oh, that's a lot right there. Let's spread that around. Let's spread the love. This shade matches me perfectly. All right, so here it is on one side right here, and then here it is with none. So you can definitely still see like my acne scars that I have right here, and I feel like you can still see a couple right here through the BB cream, but BB creams are not supposed to be like full coverage unless you're like that Garnier one. Do you remember how full coverage that one was? I remember it. Yeah, so they're not supposed to be like crazy full coverage. They're supposed to be more lightweight on the skin to let the skin breathe. And they're also supposed to moisturize the skin. So I think they're really good, especially if you have more mature skin and you like more of a lighter coverage foundation. So I'm actually gonna go into the other side. I just applied like a chunk right here. Now we are going to test it out with the brush. I'm gonna use my IT Cosmetics brush. This is my favorite brush for foundation, because you can really buff it into the skin. I feel like a brush is just so much faster for me to do my foundation. Now that I have a baby, I'm just like, you know, like really, really quickly. And then I like to go over with the sponge to get rid of any brush strokes. I'm not gonna lie, I actually feel like I would really, really like this to work out in. Like, you know, I've been going and working out in the mornings and I just don't have time to really do my makeup. but this would be really, really nice. Okay, so first impressions of the BB cream. I have to say, I definitely would wear this to go and work out in, and just like everyday, like simple, casual makeup. If I just want my skin tone to be a little bit more even. I know there's a lot of people out there that do not want to wear makeup when working out, but I know there are some people out there that still want to cover up their imperfections. I was one of those. Now I'm finally going and working out with no makeup on because I feel more comfortable in my skin. But for the ones that have the imperfections and the redness and the hyperpigmentation that you just want to feel a little bit better before you leave the house, this is perfect. I think this is really nice and lightweight on the skin. It still allows it to breathe. It looks very hydrating and it's just very simple. So I actually really like that right now. It'll be interesting to see how it sits on the skin, but definitely when you use a brush, you can definitely see a ton of brush strokes in it. So you want to use a sponge to push it in and get rid of those brush strokes. So yeah, so far so good with it though. And I like the fact that it gave a corrector with it too, because it is so thin. So that way you can go in and like put that on first and then put that BB cream on top of it. And I'm gonna drink some more coffee. I'm gonna use their Partner Up lip balm stick, and this one retails for $3.99. It's actually pretty petite and really nice. The shade that I'm using is Peach Boot Camp, and I'm just gonna put this on. It smells really fruity and nice, but I had to say, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, I don't love it. And I'm a lip balm freak, you guys. I know when I like a lip balm, and this one I'm just not loving that all that much. It's not my favorite. All right, so I had another concealer here and it was like a number 7 concealer, and I looked it up and I was like, oh crap, it's $13. Dang it, like I told you, the drugstore stuff, it is definitely getting pricier. So I found this one in my collection, and this is the Ulta one. This is the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer Waterproof in the shade Light Cool. And this one retails for $9 and they have 16 shades. And also, you guys, if you go and like pick this up, you can use their little coupon code that you can get online for like $3.50 off of like drugstore makeup. So that's also a little fun little tip there. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. And by the way, the BB cream covered up that purple color that we did under there really nicely. I feel like it definitely is a little bit brighter underneath there, but let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Feel like this concealer might be a little bit too dark. But we're just gonna blend it out. I usually like to use my under eye concealers a little bit lighter so that way they're more brightening, but I feel like it's actually blending out pretty nicely into the skin, so I think we're gonna be okay. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more by my nose because I feel like my hormones, I'm definitely more red by my nose. And then a little bit on the chin. This will also give us a little bit more coverage because that BB cream is so light coverage. Definitely is a little bit buildable, but I would say you would barely get medium coverage with that thing. Okay, so the Ulta Beauty Concealer is actually really nice. It's not super full coverage. I feel like it's a little bit lighter coverage than the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer, which is one of my favorites. But it feels the same. It feels just as hydrating as that one. It was easy to blend out and you can definitely build with it, but it's definitely not on the full coverage side. Ooh. But it's definitely not on the full coverage side like the Tarte Shape Tape is. Next up, we're gonna go into this Airspun Loose Face Powder. This one actually retails on Target for $5.99 for this huge tub right here. This thing is ginormous. Who was it that always talked about this powder? Was it, why do I want to say? I want to say Casey Holmes for some reason, but it comes with a puff inside. So I'm actually just going to use my sponge, dip it in there, and then I'm going to press this underneath my eyes. And then I'm also going to press it in my T-zone because that's where I've been getting oily again. My skin is definitely getting back to combination now that my hormones are balancing out. And then I'm just going to take a fluffy powder brush and we're just going to dust this all over the face. All right, so I definitely should not have powdered the entire face because we have a blush stick to try out, but we're just gonna use it anyways. This is more of a brighter color right here, and it's in the shade I'm Glistening. So I'm just going to put this on the skin. I feel like I'm gonna need to really warm this up actually, because now that I have a powder there, we don't wanna move everything. By the way, this one also retails for $3.99. Definitely works better with your finger. I think it's nice to just quickly add some color to your cheeks, but I don't think it blends out that great. It's a little bit harder. It's not super, super creamy. And I don't think it was because I already powdered, because I've accidentally done this before and I've had just a fine time like blending out the blushes or the bronzers. So I just feel like this stuff though, it's just, you really have to warm it up. So, I mean, it's pretty on the skin. It's definitely pretty natural, but it's not the easiest to blend out, so it's not my favorite. Wet n Wild also came out with 2 palettes in this collection. I totally put my pinky in this one right here. I'm sorry, I am so sorry. But anyways, they came out with 2 palettes. So this one right here is called Warm Up. And then this one is called Cool Down. So you can definitely see how the colors relate with the names. We're actually gonna go into this guy right here, and these retail for $8.99. They actually have even color correctors right here that you could use, which is really nice. And then are those lip products? Yeah, they're lip colors. So these 2 colors are cream lip colors, and then we have the color correcting right here, which is really neat. And then we have the powder for the eyeshadows and the highlighter and then the blush. But we're gonna go ahead and go into the bronzer shade right here. I feel like this one is pretty light, and I'm just going to press it into the skin. And then I'm gonna put down my nose and then a little bit underneath the chin. So I actually have a small forehead, but I still like to put a little bit of bronzer up here. And the reason why is because I feel like I'm so fair that when I wear bronzer, I just need to even it out a bit. It's actually really pretty right there. That's really nice and subtle. I really like that bronzer. It blended out beautifully. It's really nice, but I have to say that if you are darker than me, that would not work for you. I feel like the bronzer in this one too would not work for you either. Yeah, they're pretty light. So you would have to be like fair, light skin tone to be able to use them. And I mean, the same thing with their color range for their BB cream. It's not that great for having 6 shades, but they are so lightweight that they actually blend into the skin pretty nicely. But it would have been nicer if they had a deeper shade in there, because let me show you the deeper shade. That is the deepest shade that they have, and I feel like that wouldn't work for everyone, but it does blend nicely into the skin because it is so lightweight. All right, so for blush, we're actually gonna go into this one right here, just for a powder blush to set it. And I'm going to lightly put this on the skin. It's very pinky. And it's got a tad bit of glitter in it. I feel like I'm being harsh in this, but I feel like I'm playing with kids' makeup. I'm gonna use my sponge just to really blend everything and push it into the skin. I like to do this if I'm noticing that it just needs to be pressed a little bit better. For the blush, I think it turned out really pretty. It blended out nicely. It had a bit of glitter in it, which I did not like, but once you blend it out with a fluffy brush or just blend it into the skin, that glitter just went away. It just evaporated. So I think it's a pretty color because it kind of gives you more of a fresher makeup look, which is what I like when I'm wearing neutrals. I love to wear my cheeks a little bit more pinker because it just brings a little bit more like of a healthy look to the skin. So I think that's pretty. We're gonna go ahead and go right into the highlighter in this, and we're gonna use that and see how this applies. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I'd say I like the highlight the best. Ooh, look at that go. Oh yeah, that highlight is really pretty. Actually gonna tone it down a bit and blend, but it is gorgeous. That highlight's really gorgeous. I really, really like the highlight. That's the shade that I like the most. For eyes now, we are going to be using the Profusion Infatuation Palette. These are really good. These are a good bang for your buck, you guys. They're $10 at Target. They're awesome. I love the formula of them from the ones that I've tried, and they're just beautiful. So if you are looking for some good affordable eyeshadows that are easily attainable, that you don't have to order online, go into Target. They have like a whole set. It's awesome. So we're gonna be using this, and then we're also going to be dabbling in some other things. We're gonna be using the KathleenLights Zodiac collection that she did with ColourPop. She collaborated with them, created this whole Zodiac thing with their loose pigments. They reformulated them. They're supposed to be amazing, and I'm excited to try them out. So yeah, we're gonna be using these. I'm gonna open it up actually. This whole thing retails for $70, but each one of these retail for $6, which I think is very, very affordable for a ton of pigment like that. So I was watching her video, and for the pigments, you wanna use Fix Plus or glitter glue, and then there's 3 shades that leave a staining, which I can say Taurus is definitely, or the Bowl is definitely one of them, because that's the one I swatched in the video and my fingernail is still stained from it. It's still like green underneath. We're gonna use Matte Fix Plus. I know this is not $10, but I just want these to work for me, especially because I don't use loose pigments, you guys. I don't use them, so we're gonna be using that. So first off, we're gonna go into this palette and just kind of like create our base for what we're using. I'm actually gonna go into this cream and I'm just going to dust this. I need to make some space for me. Go into that cream. I'm gonna dust this all over the lid just to set it, like so. All right, so I'm gonna go into this shade right here for my transition shade. This is the shade called Dough, and it's a really nice light, cool tone brown. And I'm just going to put this all up in my crease, all up in there. Windshield wiper motions, blend that out. You know what, we're also gonna bring that color down on the lid because I'm thinking I'm gonna create like a spotlight eye. I haven't done one of those looks in so long. They're honestly not my favorite on my eyes, but it's the best way that I can see using those pigments. All right, so I'm also gonna go into Bouncy, which is more of a coral, and I'm going to kind of put that into the crease just to bring some pink into it. I'm gonna take a more dense brush and I'm gonna put this on the outer part of the eye and on the inner corner of the eye. And then taking that brush and just blending that out. I'm gonna take a little bit of that cream shadow, that cream color that we use to set our base. I'm gonna use that to help diffuse the eyeshadow in the crease. I feel like we should make like a really fun like Valentine's Day look. We have this color and we have gold. I feel like gold would definitely pop more. So we're gonna use gold. This is actually the shade called I Should Be Smart and put the cap on before turning it over. This is called the Lion. So I had a feeling though. We're gonna take the cream brush that they sent over from ColourPop, and we're gonna spray it with the Max Fix Plus. Just drench that, go and dip into the pigment, and really press it in to the brush. And then I'm gonna pop this on the center of the lid. Whoa. First off though, that's like all in my lashes now. So I'm really gonna have to clean my lashes really well because I have lash extensions. But oh my gosh, this is so, wow. Oh, I've never seen a pigment look this way before, ever. It looks like a foil, like I'm putting foil on my eyes. Do you guys see that? That is so cool. Wow, okay. Really like that. Seriously, I've never tried anything like this before. We really have to blend the edges, but dang, that is like really, really cool. All right, so we need to bring in like a little bit of a deeper shade, and I need to get more of a denser brush here. We're gonna go into Bravo. This is a little bit deeper. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm actually going to press it and then slightly blend, and we're gonna do it on the outer and the inner corner of the eye first and just kind of work our way up. Okay, so we're gonna bring this into the crease like so. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm just adding that burgundy color underneath the eyes, which is what we use to deepen up there. So I'm just gonna blend that one down there like so. And I'm gonna go back in with this fluffy brush and lightly soften up those edges. All right, so here's the eyeshadow look right here. That pigment is gorgeous. I'm telling you, if you love loose pigments and like a lot of glitter on your lids, you need to get these, like those foil shades. I've never seen anything like it. It is stunning. Here, let me actually show you on my hand real quick. Okay, look at that. Wow, it is so pretty. I cannot believe it looks like a foil. It is amazing how the Fix Plus just like transforms it. It's so unique. Nothing that I've ever had has done that before, and I really, really like it. Another shade that I actually would recommend if you're more into the neutral looks, that would be really gorgeous for even just like every day, would be the bronze shade right here. This is the one that I actually wanted to use, but I feel like I've done way too many neutral looks here on my channel, so I wanted to try something different. I'm not the best with spotlight eyes. They're not my favorite, but I wanted to do something different, so don't hate me for this, okay? Don't judge. But I have to say, I would really love this one. It's called the Goat. It's more of a bronzy tone, and this would look gorgeous just all over the lid, and then have like a cool tone brown in the crease. I think just that alone would be stunning, and I really, really want to use it for another video. So I'll probably be wearing it in another video, but I really like them for like all over the lid. It was a little bit hard to blend out the edges, but that was me. Because I'm not that skilled with it. It was a little bit harder for me to blend out the edges because it's so just opaque. So what I did is I take this brush and I turn it sideways so it's horizontal and it's like the skinny side. And then I just kind of take it in like little lines like that to kind of help blend out and bring out the edges, not to look like a straight line, you know, like when you apply it. And then I also just go in with a fluffy brush and try to like smoke it out a bit. But I think these would be super easy if you just applied it to the whole lid. I think it's stunning. And I cannot wait to try more of them, you guys. I'm so excited. She did awesome. Colourpop and Kathleen Lights did awesome with these pigments. They're amazing. And then also, of course, I really like the eyeshadow palette from Profusion. That one's awesome. You can see it's pigmented. They're easy to blend. And yeah, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna apply some mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara to my bottom lashes. This is a Milani Highly Rated. I don't think this is the one that we tried out. I can't remember in the last video. I know that there's like 3 of them and I put them back in there, so I'm not sure, but we're just gonna use this one. And that did a good job. I'm also gonna go back into this highlight shade real quick because I feel like we need something for that inner corner. And I'm gonna pop this into the inner corner of my eye, just because I feel like we need something there. I'm gonna bring it up into, ooh, that's cool. Bring that up into the lid. I'm also gonna use my nude liner from Essence on that waterline real quick because I'm like, we need to kind of wake up these eyes. All right, so for lips, we're gonna go and use the Jordana ones that we unboxed, and these are only $2.49 at Walgreens, you guys. So these are really reasonably priced. I'm gonna grab out the colors. So these are all the colors that they sent over right here, and then they also sent over some of their lip creams. So these matte lip creams from Jordana are $4.99, which is awesome. So let me find a shade that's gonna match with this look. Okay, so real quick off camera, I just cleaned up the inner part with some concealer because I felt like the eyeshadow went a little bit too high up and it was just a little too messy for me, and I just did not like it. So we're gonna go into a berry shade because I would really love to use like a nude, which I think you can definitely pair with it, but I haven't done berry in a really long time. So I'm using this one right here. This is called Cabernet. And then I'm gonna top it off with Sweet Marsala. This lipstick, dry and super patchy. Like, that's not even cute. It is so dry and crusty already, and I just applied it and I did like light layers, and like, look at that. It looks horrible. Oh my God. Okay, well, that's a no. Let's not go for those lipsticks. Can't get over that line right there. This Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Luca lip color is a no-go. It is so bad. Look at how patchy it is. I'm like trying to fix it up in areas. It's drying. It's so crusty. It feels horrible. I just want this thing off my lips right now. That is a no-go. No-go. Don't do it. I have to say though, it's so hard finding a good berry shade anyways, because I never really like this shade because it seems like it's really hard to formulate in a liquid lipstick, because a lot of them that I've tried are patchy and drying and they're just not my favorite. And this is like, look at this over here. It's just horrible. It's not even straight anymore. Like, it's just a mess. It's like, even now that I'm trying to like apply it, it's not applying very well. I give up. I give up. This is what I get for trying to use colors that are more bolder and more out of my comfort zone. This is the look that you get. So this was one first impressions that didn't go as planned, but I have to say, out of everything, what I really love, and I think you guys should definitely spend your money on, are the pigments. These pigments from Kathleenlights and ColourPop are by far amazing. I really cannot wait until I can put the goat one all over my lid. I think it's going to be gorgeous. So highly recommend the pigments. I think you can create a really pretty look with them. I'm not the best with spotlight eyes. I don't know what it is, but I just am horrible with them. But I was trying something different. I'm not a fan of this whole look going on right here. It is what it is at this point, but it was nice to be able to try out these products and see what I like and what I'm like, it's okay. So I have to say the pigments by far are the biggest thing that you should get your hands on. They're only $6, you guys, and they're awesome. If you love all the colors and you're a really big Zodiac fan, then go get the collection for $70. And I think they even have like a thing going on right now on their site where you can get like $5 off or $20 or more. But definitely check those out. The lipsticks, no. I feel like I'm a witch. This is horrible. I even have butthole lips. Look at this. This is so bad. This is so bad. So that's a no-go. The Wet n Wild collection, I think is nice, but was I in love with it? No. I mean, the BB cream is really, really nice on the skin. I like that. That's something that I probably would totally use before going and working out just to even out my skin tone, especially because it matched me so well. The blush sticks, I would pass. I mean, they're so cheap. They're $3.99, but they just, I don't know, they just didn't do it for me. They weren't the easiest thing to blend out and to apply, to be honest. So that was a pass. The lip balm sucked. The lip liners from Jordana were actually nice. Like I had a good time applying those, so those were good. This little CoverGirl color correcting palette was pretty nice. I mean, I wish they had a salmon color because I love a salmon color, like my Essence one. But they only have those 3 shades in there. And then the palettes, I mean, they were just like, okay. I felt, honestly, I feel like I'm being so hard in this video right now, but I felt like I was playing with kitty makeup. I felt like I was playing with a child's makeup. And yeah, so this is what you get. Butthole lips. Oh, I hate being so hard in videos, but I'm just not a fan of this. This is like a disaster right now, you guys. And for me, I'm like a super type A perfectionist, and I cannot get over this eye look, and I cannot get over these lips right now. I just want to go wash my face, okay? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you to kind of see what you want and see what you don't want. Oh, also, I love the Ulta concealer. That one's good. And then this e.l.f. primer really wasn't that bad either. I think this is a good blurring primer. My pores are definitely filled. It looks seamless underneath there. So that was really, really nice. So yeah, those are all the products that I tried out for this video that were $10 and under. Some were hits, some were misses. Like that. Big miss. Big miss. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what is your favorite drugstore brand. I would love to know your thoughts on what your favorite drugstore brand and even products that you love that I can try out. So just leave those comments down below. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in my next video.